Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Two Brothers Gaming Podcast. This is episode 169 here with Rylan.
Yeah, let's see if we remember how to do this. It's been like 3 weeks or so. So, well, see if we know how to maybe read. I don't know. I might have forgot.
Yeah, had some family stuff past couple weeks. Been a while, haven't been able to record, but
Whole bunch of stuff.
yeah, but good to be back and hopefully we can remember how to do it.
Maybe. I don't know if we will be able to,
I don't know, but go ahead and get into it. Nintendo makes it where you can't screen record on the Nintendo Today app.
So it says here, back in March when Nintendo hosted its last non-Switch 2 related direct, which we went over. Go check out that episode if you haven't already. Oh wait, before this episode starts, join our Discord.
Yeah,
We
you
haven't
almost
done that in so
forgot.
long. I forgot to say it. Join our Discord. Yep, make sure to join our Discord. But as I was saying, go check out the Switch 2 Direct. The last non-Switch 2 Direct that we went over. Well, might put that in the link in the description or something. If not, then find yourself lazy on
Yeah,
But
it's so easy.
but it says here, the company revealed Nintendo today a new app for smartphones that helps bring the dedicated Nintendo news to consumers. A day later, Nintendo used the app to announce the live-action Legend of Zelda movie that will be released March 26th of 2027, which we also went over that as well.
Yeah, we
It's
did.
supposed to be. It's going to be, I think, maybe recorded in like what was it,
New,
Scotland or something like that.
New Zealand, maybe?
I think it was New Zealand. It was one of it was like a foresty area, I think.
Yeah, I think it was New Zealand, but could be wrong.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember. I think it
No.
was New Zealand.
Yeah.
But it says here, in the time since then, many up and coming features on the Switch 2 have been revealed on the app and subsequently shared online, including the fact that users will be able to lock their consoles with a pin. Also, like how you know, PlayStation, Xbox have their pin, like you just tap
Yeah.
it, like
I'm
the
surprised they didn't have that
triggers
on
and
the.
stuff.
Surprised they haven't done it with the
Regular Switch, I know
Switch.
instead of just tap,
Yeah.
I know just double tapping it.
Like the only way
I'm
now
surprised they
to
didn't do
lock
that.
your Switch is if you put like parental controls on it or something.
Yeah, but it says here, also, the console will have a feature meant to slow down battery, degradation, amongst other additions. So you know how people complain about the battery and stuff.
Yeah.
There's going to be a feature that it'll be able to slow down the battery, make it obviously last longer, which pretty cool.
Also seen that there's an option on the Switch too to make it to where you can only charge it to 90%. So if you play a lot in docked mode, it won't like kill your battery being charged at 100% all the time.
Huh, things being weird. My PC's Discord is glitching a little bit,
Huh.
but it says here, for those who don't want another app on their device, it's been nice to keep up. However, it appears the app users will no longer be allowed to record or screenshot footage moving forward. It says here, you wouldn't download a car, would you? Whatever that means. But as first spotted by Nintendo Life and as first shared on Reddit by a user, it's not going to say the user. Guess not. But it appears that via a new update, Nintendo Today app, that screen recording and screenshotting are essentially blocked. In demonstrating video online and attempting to record using a, was it, how do you say that? XMA? Me?
I don't know if we got the same. Oh,
Well, X A
Z
I O M
Xiaomi? I have no idea, to be honest with
Xiaomi,
you.
something like that. Xiaomi 15 Ultra. was met with a black screen, which I know sometimes, like, say if you like screen record to, or like you mirror your screen to a TV or something, sometimes they'll show like a black screen or
Yeah, because you're
whatever.
not allowed to
Depends on the
do that crap. Depends on the app or the website. Yeah,
yeah,
like NBA app, you're not allowed
it does.
to.
Like
You're not allowed
yeah,
to
like
screen record the
Netflix
NBA
did.
app or
Yeah,
anything like that.
yeah.
Stupid.
So they're just doing that with the Nintendo app now, which is dumb, but
Yeah,
I
I don't
get it, I
know.
guess.
Like,
Same time,
it's going
like
to everybody. Like, it's a
it's
free
pub.
app, so it's not like you have to. Yeah, it's public. So
I know.
why I don't understand why you can't
I
screen
don't
record it.
understand it.
Makes no
It's
sense.
stupid. But it says here, another app user said that the only video is blocked from screenshots or recording separately. Go Nintendo shared that they were unable to capture on an iPhone. Oh,
iPhone.
I missed this part too. One user was saying they were blocked on a Galaxy S23, and another said an iPhone as well. So both Samsung and Apple devices, it will be blocked on apparently. In the comment section, a few users relayed that they were experimenting with a similar situation, with one user saying, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, this same thing, it's just a different phone." But says it is ultimately unclear if this is an intentional update to stop leaks from being shared, or just how is it stopping leaks from being shared whenever
It's
it's an app?
public. Nintendo themselves are
Yeah,
the ones
I know.
posting this in the app.
So like, what? How would that stop leaks whenever it's an app that they're
It's not
posting this
even.
stuff on?
Yeah, I
That
don't understand.
makes no sense. But it says here, Nintendo fans to the app or
I just
an
screen recorded
unintended
it,
bug. It
but it's a new
did
update. I
update.
don't have my apps to where they auto update. So if you
Oh,
want it to,
oh,
if you want to screen record, don't update your app until Nintendo
yeah, just
makes
don't
you.
update it. Yeah, but it says here either reality makes a ton of sense, which makes the entire situation all more confusing because it could either be a bug or them actually
I think it's
just
them
make
actually. Like that
it.
sounds so much like a Nintendo thing to do for no reason.
Yeah, there's absolutely no reason at all.
Yeah, there's an update available for
That's real.
the app on my phone.
Don't
Don't update. Don't update to
don't do it.
1.1 if you want to continue to.
Yep,
It came out yesterday, the update, so that makes sense that I can still do it because I
it's
haven't
broken
updated
here.
it. Don't update to
Don't
1.1
update
until
that shit.
Nintendo makes you, because eventually they'll make you,
Yeah.
but they haven't yet, and I can still screen record videos on their app.
Heck yeah.
Is that all you got?
Yeah, it is.
We got less than a week before the Switch 2 comes out. I'm so excited because mine is supposed to be here on launch day. So,
Heck yeah.
Rylan hasn't got ordered it yet.
Yeah, I don't get money.
Yeah. All right. I can go ahead and read this one, I guess.
Okay.
Or do you want to read this one? I'll read the next one. Don't matter to me.
Not much really on
Pokemon Presents
it.
announced for July. The Nintendo Switch 2's first Pokemon title, Pokemon Legends ZA, will officially release on October 16th, 2025. Pokemon Company International announced on Wednesday that the game will be available on the Switch, with players given the choice to retrieve Switch 2 edition via an upgrade pack. Digital pre-orders for Pokemon Legends ZA will begin on June 5th, the same day as the Nintendo Switch 2 releases to the masses. The Pokemon Company also announced that a new Pokemon Presents live stream is scheduled for July 22nd, 2025. The stream will include the latest updates and news from the world of Pokemon. Wasn't explicitly stated whether the information would be all about Legends ZA, but with the game arriving in 5 months, it would be fair to think that the Pokemon Presents would have at least some information about the forthcoming title.
Heck yeah.
That's all I have on. So July 22nd, Pokemon Presents, and then October 16th, 2025, Pokemon Legends ZA will be released for Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2.
Heck yeah. So all the Pokemon fans have it on both consoles.
I might
Except
try
for
Legends
one.
because Legends Arceus was good. So it's kind of like Power
Yeah,
World. So maybe Legends ZA will be good.
maybe. Never know.
I get it on Switch too because it has better frame rate and graphics. But
Yeah.
probably run like
Mm,
30
run pretty good.
frames on Switch. Drop down to 15 once in a while,
I'd say.
probably.
Yeah, I'd say 30 frames or so. It's like
All right, moving
go ahead and
on.
move.
Xbox handheld reportedly put on hold.
It's sidelined here. So Microsoft's gaming division Xbox was, reportedly planning to go all in on a handheld gaming, system. With not only a third-party device expected this year, but its first-party product supposedly targeting 2027. Ahead of the Switch 2 launch next week, the tech giant's plans have apparently changed in an exclusive Windows Central. Microsoft's priorities are said to be moving more deeply towards third-party OEM handhelds right now. The same story claims that Microsoft is still deeply investing in the developing its own Xbox gaming handheld technology in the future. The Xbox Series X console successor is believed to be totally safe with the development continuing at full pace. Says here's our sources have indicated to us that Microsoft is still deeply invested in developing, the handheld technology for the future and all that. They want to make it the best. That's what they want to do. I don't blame them.
Well, it kind of makes sense too because they don't want to release their handheld the same year as the Switch 2 because I mean, Switch 2 would
They're gonna get
obviously,
outsold.
yeah, be sell way more, I think, than the Xbox handheld. And it
Yeah,
makes
because
sense too
cost
because
for their hand.
yeah, the rumor we talked about the other day where I guess it wasn't the other day, it was a couple weeks ago, but where the images leaked of the Xbox handhelds and stuff, and
Yeah,
it was Asus making it with Xbox operating system on it. So I think that's where they're talking about. They're going to be moving more deeply towards third-party OEM handhelds, is like where Asus is making an Xbox handheld, but that's not
yeah,
the official Xbox handheld. It's a third-party one. But I did see an article too that
yeah,
Asus is helping them make the official one, but it's a different one than what Asus is making now, which we already kind of knew that, but Microsoft's just confirming that at this
yeah.
point.
Which is good. I mean, we kind of already figured, there's gonna be different types of handhelds and stuff like that,
Yeah.
just from everything. But it says here, since the arrival of the Switch in 2017, gaming handhelds have continued to grow in popularity, with companies like Valve, Lenovo, and Asus, the team behind the Xbox third-party handheld, is offering more options. There's also obviously more companies and stuff like that as well, like bigger companies again, like Steam and all that. But following the Activision Blizzard, uh, you know, Xbox has also made a serious push as a software publisher, and the company will now bring a major first-party IP to PlayStation and Nintendo platforms. According to previous deal, it includes Call of Duty, now on Nintendo's platforms going forward.
Yeah, which it should. Because, I mean,
Yeah,
the Switch 2 has
it can actually
mouse
run it.
and keyboard support now. So it is confirmed that it has keyboards. You can play mouse keyboard Call of Duty on Switch
Oh,
2 if you want.
they could play like Fortnite and stuff like that too on it too. That's neat.
Keyboard and mouse, yep. And not just the Joy-Con mouse, you can use a
bigger than
USB mouse.
Also, you can use just a regular
Mhm.
mouse.
Yep, you can plug your adapter
Heck
into
yeah!
your Switch 2 and it'll work. Same with your keyboard.
So it's like how the Xbox and PlayStation are. You can just plug it in and play whatever games are obviously support keyboard and
Mhm.
mouse.
I'm
Obviously, not all
assuming
games are going to be
like
supporting
Metroid
keyboard
Prime
and mouse.
4. Well, I mean, I know for sure mouse support. I don't know about keyboard, but I know for sure mouse support. And then Call of Duty, you would think would have keyboard and mouse support. Which, if you play
Yeah,
keyboard
because there
mouse on
is a
Call of Duty,
keyboard,
then you're sweat. But
kind of a sis, but
Call of Duty's not meant to be played on a keyboard or mouse. It's meant to be played on a controller. But
yeah, Call of Duty was made for console.
yeah, ported to PC.
Yep. Yeah, it got ported to PC later on, but it was made for control. But keyboard or PC is like, I want Call of Duty.
Yeah. Now we play Call of Duty on PC now. Well, you play on PS5 recently, but we have been playing it on PC. But we use controller because we're not
PC.
sisses.
But we use controller because we're not big old sisses like
Yeah,
a lot of you sweats out there.
and we use Switch
And we
controllers. So we don't
still
even use
destroy
like
you.
high quality. Like, I mean, I like Switch Pros high quality, but like we don't use
Yeah.
like Xbox Elite $200 controllers to play Call of Duty. We use a Switch Pro controller and still.
Let's get plunder wins left and right.
Yeah, we're good.
If we have good teammates.
Yeah, I wish there's just plunder duos.
I know.
Or at least trio, so we'd only have one trash teammate to worry about instead of two.
Yeah, that won't happen.
It used to be. It used to be, I think, trios and duos for
I
plunder.
know.
When
Yeah.
back in
It
2020.
used to be trios, squads, and duos, I think.
Yeah. No
'Cause I remember
solos.
playing trios.
Yeah, no solos, which, I mean, it makes sense not to have
Solos are
solos on
dumb.
plunder.
Yeah.
That would take
Plunder's a
forever
team.
to hit 2 mil.
An hour.
Which I don't know. Me
It
and
only takes
you,
like 30.
sometimes we get 2 mil by ourselves.
Basically, I know we at least get a mil sometimes by
A piece,
ourselves.
yeah.
Our teammates 0. Our teammates get 0.
Zero
Yeah.
loot caches, man. Zero supply drops. That's ridiculous. If you're listening to us and you suck that bad at plunder, please don't play. We don't want to play with you.
Yeah. Never play Plunder. Just play Battle Royale or just never play Call of Duty again.
Yeah, just leave the game, please.
Go to X Defiant even though it's gone.
Yeah, that's what you should play. A dead game.
Yep.
Is that all you have for that?
Yeah.
All right. That's all the topics we have, guys. We appreciate you for listening. Follow all of our podcast socials, our Twitch Kick YouTube accounts, our personal Twitch Kick YouTube accounts, our podcast, Discord, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all the bull, our merch on Public.
All socials.
Yeah. If you guys don't care, please
Join our
listen
Discord
on Apple
and all that.
Podcasts and Spotify.
Yep. Also, we do have a Cash App as well.
We do.
If you guys want to help support us, especially now, because we are not making money off the podcast at the moment until we get all the stuff figured out. But
Yeah.
it's rough. But thank you guys for listening. Join our Discord. If you don't join our Discord, Zelda will attack you, like always. And Zelda, she's in the closet.
She's in
asking
heat right now, so she's kind of.
your
She might
closet.
not attack much right now, but when she's not in heat, she'll attack you.
Yeah, she'll attack your feet. She's
Yeah.
always in heat. What the crap?
I know.
Why is she in heat? But we'll go ahead and end this episode. Guess we'll see you guys in the next episode.
See you guys later.
Bye.